Alright guys, well, it's your boys coming to you guys with another video. And in today's video, I just want to go over the importance of getting out of debt. It is not a joke right now, people. You do not want to be in debt, specifically credit card debt. You don't want these problems. You really don't. Like, it can get very bad very quick. So I'm gonna tell you why you should get out of credit card debt with the utmost fastest speed you can. I'm talking about like the flash. It's like sound of light, like literally hit a flashpoint. You got to get out of credit card debt fast. Let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing because it just makes me a happy person. And don't we all want to be happy people? Well, maybe not everybody, but I want everybody to be happy, so it'll make me happy. But if you don't want to make me happy, it's okay. You can at least hit that like button for me, right? Yeah, right. But we talking debt and why you need to get out of credit card debt. Because if you haven't been paying attention, because maybe you're not a finance person, maybe just randomly clicked on this video, maybe it's just like who knows why you ended up here, but you're here, right? You want to get out of credit card debt with the utmost speed because we are now even higher on the interest rates. We are breaking about even, which is around 2.5% on a actual like country national base level, right? Because don't forget, during COVID 2020 2021 we were pretty much at 0% interest this whole time, so it was so much easier to borrow money because the government wanted to incentivize people to borrow money and spend money and do all this. But now y'all been spending too much money. Now the government needs y'all to cool down, stop spending money, sit down, save some money. And all what they can do is by jacking up interest rates. So now we've been slowly, steadily climbing the interest rates. So now we're at pretty much the average. But Jerome Powell has already stated there are going to be more interest increase. Why? Because he's trying to make sure we get inflation down. So if you haven't noticed, let's say you had a little $100 to $1,000 credit card balance, right? Maybe at first you were paying, I don't know, $20. About a month ago you were probably paying $28. Now you cracking up on like 40 something dollars. That's interest rates going up. And that's why I say you should really consider getting out of credit card debt somewhat fast, like really fast. The reason you want to get out the credit card debt is because normally, like I said, you probably paying at 20 something, 30 something, and you was able to pay your minimum balance and be able to pay your minimum and make a decent chunk of that debt go away. But now that debt's costing you more money every month. And if you're pretty much like any other standard person right now, where they're saying credit card balances are increasing because people are just like, hey, put it on my credit card, I pay my credit card off. But if I get in a pinch, I can just pay my minimum, right? A lot of people do that. We've all done it before. Just pay that minimum. And when you start paying just that minimum because something else came up, that's when the ball starts to topple. And that's why I say taking hold of it, understand the situation we're in, and start to pay that debt down a little quicker. Maybe you got a trip coming up, cancel it. If you don't want to cancel it, stop eating so much or just do something else to really knock that debt down.
Nice.
Because now it's going to cost you so much just to hold that debt on that credit card. And if something happens and you have to put even more debt on that credit card, it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be nice. You don't want those problems because we are going to have another rate increase somewhere around September time. 25%. 50%, we don't know. It depends on the economy, but we do know it's coming. So prepare yourself by going ahead paying those debt down. because you don't want to be in debt and just be throwing away money to these high dollar companies, right? Want to be, your own type of boss. You want your money to make you money, not your money cost you more money.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These facts is not facts. It's not facts. It's facts.
So what are ways or things you can do to get that debt down, right? Because that's the main thing. Like, you want to get out of debt. You just like, hey, I just not making enough to get out of debt. Or maybe you feel like something always comes up, which it does. But what are things you can do to actually help yourself get out of debt? There's plenty of things. Now, whether you willing to do them will be the question you should ask yourself. But there's always a way. Way number one, you can always know, truthfully, donate blood. They pay you to donate blood. I've done it before. Not only are you helping people who need blood, but you're helping yourself. Of course, it sucks you get stuck with a needle, but hey, at least you're helping, and at least you get compensated for it, right? What up? That's one way. My main advocate way of saving money is to minimize my food budget. And do not, you can't be spending too much food. You can't. I seen the other day, Dave Ramsey posted, if you spent like $14 a day, every day over the course of a year, that equals up to over $5,000. That's crazy. That's why I minimize myself to $10 a day. $10 a day for food. That's how you survive. Food, it really gets you. Like, there are a lot of ways to make money. Commissions, doing some chores around the house for your mom, your parents, your grandparents, a friend, wash cars. Anything you can possibly think of, you can make money from it. The more logical question to ask yourself again, what are you willing to do? If you're willing to pick up cans, if you're willing to run errands, if you're willing to cut grass, if you're willing to just do those things that people don't normally want to do on a day-to-day basis, cleaning up, babysitting, walking dogs. So many ways for you to actually make extra money so you can get out of debt. So instead of saying no, oh well, I don't make enough money, there's nothing I can do, I don't know, like life is so hard. Start asking yourself like, hey, at this point, what wouldn't I do to get the bag? Then the ideas start flowing. And only then would you actually find a way. Because I do believe you can find a way if you really want to. Me personally, like I said, cut down on food, cut down on phone. I really don't do anything because I spend the vast majority of my day at work. Swish, gotta get that bag. So I just naturally don't spend that much money. And I started cutting certain things out my diet, so I just don't spend money on it. I mainly drink water. Fast food's not really my thing no more. So it's a lot of things you could do to get to that point. But we have to do it to get to that point so you can get out of debt. Key word here, do whatever it takes to do to get out of debt. Those are a lot of words. Key statement. But please, guys, get out of debt. Help yourself. Like, put yourself in a position so when the recession actually starts to kick in, you are in a position where you can actually make moves. In order to make moves, you need money, which means you need to have money saved, which means you need to put in work to have that money saved. So get out of debt, save that money, and start actually utilize your money in the right way so you can be in the position you actually want to be in. Like I said, you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm always here. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram. And it's your boy Axia. And I'm out.